Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. Do you want to paint something really fast and simple and beautiful at the same time? I have the tutorial for you. Playing with a flat wash brush, this lovely jar. You want to paint a beautiful kind of glass jar quickly, easily, and even if you've been a skilled painter for a long time, this is something fun to try. And I show you the steps that I use and how I turn the brush and I use the brush to create something simple like this. If you're a Patreon member, you get the additional tutorial, which is this, another jar, kind of fun painting. If you would like to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below, and you can cancel and join anytime. You have weekly exclusives with tutorials that are not on YouTube, very not advanced, but just more in depth than you would have on YouTube, like an hour long with reference photos and traceables, all that stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. So here I'm using Arches paper, 100% cotton cold press. I just kind of took a 9x12, folded it in half, and I have this sheet here. I just taped on some piece of cardboard, just hold it in place. I'm going to grab a flat wash brush. This is a Princeton 3/4 inch. This is Velvet Touch. You don't have to have the same exact brush, just like a flat wash brush. And I'm going to get some water on it, and I'm going to take some peacock blue. I want to start off just doing like a simple kind of vase. I'll add a little yellow to it, cadmium yellow deep. Get that turquoisey, kind of like a ball jar, but maybe not, more of a glass. Add a little bit more water to it. It's very, very loose. Use this is the chisel end, this little flat end here. I'm gonna go like this, go a line across, like so. Put another line across, grab some more water. We're gonna kind of go like this, curve. Look, you have a cool jar already. Minimal effort. Start to play with your watercolors. Fill it in again. Just use that kind of stroke. Go down. See, we're not going to be really intense with this. Now, this didn't take more than a second or two, right? We can get a little bit deeper with the color. Add some ultramarine blue deep, maybe some burnt sienna. I'm just taking a little bit at the corner of my brush. And I'm changing the color a little bit, playing with this turquoise. And I'll wait till it dries a little bit too also. But I like the wet on wet, so I can go back, and I feel like this side, let's just make that a little bit more, like a good size of the jar. And I'll add some more color in the middle. And it's just moving the brush like so. And we've already got our jar there. Now we're going to play with some greens and some fleurs really quick. We're going to do some kind of quick, fun studies on just painting, having fun. Again, cadmium yellow deep. And I'll add some Prussian blue to that. And get some nice greens happening here. More yellow, the less deep it will be. You can add a little bit of burnt umber to tone down the green. And I can use the chisel end on this again. Hold it inside, go in the jar. See that? You want to follow through, by the way. Crisscross, applesauce. Just like that. Now, how much effort did that take? 0. Let's do a kind of a curved one. So you kind of stop here and kind of poke out here and kind of go like that with the leaf. See that little twist? Was there effort to that? No. And we go up again. Twist out with some dry brushing. Twist this way. I love playing with this brush. It's kind of a challenge and fun at the same time. Hold it and twist it out. Look how cool that is. Remember, if you're going to do a stem here, you got to follow through coming down. We can't make like floating stems that don't make sense. And I'm going to put one right up here. Bring it down, and then one here. All right, that again, how much effort is that? Just holding the brush on the chisel end. Now let's add some color. I'm going to take ultramarine blue deep and bright rose. Make like some pretty purples, and depending on how much rose and how much blue you have, the color is going to change. So more of a blue purple, or a pink purple, or just pink itself. I'll clean off my brush, put a lot of water on this so it's very, very loose. And again, going to just tap and move the brush like this, going up. See, I'm kind of twisting it. Twist, twist. Really, how much effort is this? Twist it going downward. On a point. And look how gorgeous it looks already. Tapping it down in here. Can add this other color, purple. Just on the corner here. See? Bleed some of that color. You can get a little bit thicker with the paint. And bleed it into wet paint that you just put down. That's wet on wet. Simple blooms. We can make them bigger. Really kind of mush it. You might have it going off the page. Why not? Doesn't always have to fit on the page. Like I said, make it a little bit thicker paint. And I'm just going to twist it up here. So they could be like, I don't know, they're not like lilacs, just going to find purple flower. Just twisting and throwing that color in there. Right? You can clean up your brush and just push it a little bit more, like very light, just by adding water and diluting what we just put down. Just kind of twisting my brush and moving it. See, now it's faded off into the distance. More abstract, more atmospheric. Just twisting with just water. I'll tap back on my paper towel. I think it's pretty. And then you can go back in again and add some thicker paint and have that bleed a little bit. Get some more blue. Just, again, the corner chisel. I'm just kind of tapping. You can kind of splatter a little bit if you wanted to. We're just playing with this. Seeing what we can create. I can turn my brush and create some blooms this way too. And how much effort did this take? I think less than 5 minutes, and you have this beautiful floral. And I would kind of remove some of this paint and maybe add some bright greens too, just so it's not like one note green. You need some balance. Some cadmium yellow deep and maybe some peacock blue. Makes really intense bright greens. Look at that. Very intense chartreuse. If it's too bright, you can add a little bit of brown or a touch of the blue. But I like it. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to tap around my leaves and my pretty blooms, twisting and pulling out a leaf or two that's very bright and green. Well, we need some more depth with some darker tones in this greens down here. We can put a little bit of this bright green kind of flying down in here too. And why not up here? See, I'm just twisting the night away. Up here. It's always fun to do a little splatter too. I'll grab my Princeton 12 Neptune series brush. I want bigger splatters, make bigger, wetter paint. There we go. Very exciting. Now, this whole area needs some kind of oomph. I'll remove it. We'll go back to the turquoise. Give it another little depth. There's the peacock, a little bit of yellow. I'll take a little bit of burnt umber, maybe a little more peacock. And go back in here. I'm gonna add some more depth with this jar. Get a couple of lines there. Tap. A few lines in here going across. Now it has more depth, right? And this is minimal effort, seriously. And then we can go back and add some Prussian blue, a little bit of yellow, burnt umber, get some thicker, darker green. We have some one notes happening here with the green. I want some thicker, more expressive greens happening. And go in here and tap in a little bit of the dark, bring it down, and voila. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. It probably took less than 10 minutes, maybe more than that, less than that, 5 minutes. And you have a gorgeous painting. You can do this so many varieties of ways. You know, you play around. I would add a little bit more depth again, like maybe a little darker here, a little bit here on the left side, a little line or two. And that's how you make the jar seem to have more life. It's so quick and easy, but it looks so beautiful. Let me know if you have any questions. The Patreon's got the additional tutorial. Really kind of just simple. Don't make it so complicated. Don't put 5,000 colors in the picture. Less is more. Simple strokes, you know, moving things around like I twisted it, and you come out with a beautiful design. I'm curious to see how you think about this. Just using a flat wash brush. It's one of my favorite go-to brushes for very loose, beautiful, abstract, semi-abstract. It's not really abstract, which is really loose, kind of vibrant flowers. Thank you guys for being awesome subscribers. Don't forget to hit that notification button and click all notification buttons. Excuse me, all notifications to know when my tutorial is up. I do tutorials every single week. I haven't stopped. And if you want to join my Patreon for the additional tutorial, you can join and cancel anytime. Click the link in the description box below. It really helps support my channel, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much for everybody for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.